Well, hello guys. I'm really sorry about not being there with you. We were together for at least an hour and a half, but as you know, I have been dealing with some health issues. So as you know, I have a medical appointment right now. That is the only reason for which I was not able to finish the class with you. But right now you should be coming back from the flipped classroom. So hopefully you all have the answers to the exercises. Still, as always, we need to check on your answers. We need to check if you were correct or if you were not to make the correction. So that is what we are going to be making on this video. So with nothing more to say on the introduction, let's go ahead and check on the So here they are. These are the exercises that hopefully you were working on. Now let's check real quick on the answers. So simple interest is interest that is paid only on the right answer is the principal. Remember that there are different parts on borrowing money. The first one is the principal, that is the amount of money that you actually borrowed. The interest is the amount of money that is charged over you for borrowing that money. And the term is the time that you have to pay back the money. So in this case, the simple interest is charged over the principal. Now, next question. What is the simple interest of $350 loan with 20% interest rate? Now, the first thing that you need to take into consideration when answering this kind of exercises is the formula, which is a simple formula. Is the principal times the interest rate in decimals times the time. In this case, we do not have the time, so we can scratch that one, but we do have the interest rate, which in this case transformed into its decimal form, it's 0.2, making these calculations, if you do it on the calculator or even by hand, you should get $70. Now, for the next one, Mary gets a loan of $200 at a 5% interest with a 2-year term length. What is the repayment amount of the loan? Which means what is the total amount of money that she is going to have to pay. Now again, the simple interest has that formula. Principal times the interest rate times the time. And in this case, we have that information. $200 times 0.05 times 2. If you enter this into the calculator, 200 times 0.05 times 2, this will equal $20. But that is just the simple interest. We need to sum the principal, which, as you remember, is $200. So this will give us the repayment amount, which is $220. That is how much you are going to have to pay back at the end of this loan, $220. So guys, this is what we have so far. On the 6th exercise, the correct answer is the principal. That is where the interest is going to be charged. On the 7th exercise, the right answer is $70. And on the 8th exercise, the repayment amount, which is the total sum that you are going to be paying back, that includes both the original amount that you borrowed plus the interest, is going to be $220. Now let's check on what happens on the last two questions. The first one, which business would most likely receive a microloan? And to answer that question, we need to ask ourselves, what is a microloan? So, a microloan, remember, it is a loan, a short-term loan, a short loan that is going to be given to people who want to start or grow a small business. Now, some of the people that have it a little bit easier to get these microloans are women. Remember that this is more to support women, because most of their responsibility to take care of the child in the houses still remain on women. So it's a little bit easier for women to make these businesses if they have access to a microloan. So let's check on the options. Tom owns a remote control car business. He works out of his garage. Sarah owns a food business. She sells cheap, healthy meals to low-income families. Alex owns a computer business. They make millions of dollars a year. Now, just by starting, we can scratch the last option. These are microloans. These are for people with low income. So Alex, being millionaire, he is not going to be able to get this microloan. Now, Tom, on the other side, might be able to get this microloan. He is not a millionaire. He owns a small business. But in this case, Sarah is the one that is most likely to receive it. She's a woman and she is selling to low-income families. So she is the one that is going to be the most likely to get this microloan. Now, again, what is a microloan? The other thing that you want to remember about microloans is that they are not from banks. Now let's check on the options. A loan given by a bank to be used for anything. Again, microloans are not given by banks. They are given by private institutions that are non-profitable. A small short-term loan given by a bank to use to buy a home. Again, this cannot be because it comes from a bank, and microloans cannot come from banks. And microloans are to be used only to start or grow small businesses. It cannot be used to buy a house. Last option, a small short-term loan given to people who are starting a new business or trying to grow a small business. Now we're talking. This one is the correct answer, guys. So, guys, again, sorry for not being there with you. By now, I am sure I'm starting to miss you, but don't worry because we're gonna be seeing on Monday. So I hope that you have a really nice afternoon, a great weekend, and I'll be seeing you again on Monday. Love you guys.